Hi, I'm Charlotte So Natural here in Newton, Kansas, also sonatural.com on the web. I want to tell you about one of my favorite rulers. I recently saw this being demonstrated and they were talking about how great it was to trim rounded corners like you might need on the flap of a purse or on the corners of a placemat. And it is the Creative Grids. Let me just see if I have a black t-shirt on today. It's the Creative Grids multi-size curved corner cutter. Curved corners are great. We're gonna show you how this works. So I have a square here, and let's say I wanna make that curved. I can just lay this down and I could cut it with a 2-inch cutter, 2-inch radius cutter. I could cut it with, I'm gonna hold this up here so you can see. I could cut it with a 1.5, it's labeled 1.5. I could cut it with the 3, which is labeled, which is too big maybe for this, but it's gentle enough that you could get a piece of binding around that. So let me just show you how easy that is to cut. So I'm just going to use my rotary cutter. I'm going to cut right around that. So that is there we go. That is rounded, and I know exactly what size if I want to repeat that. But here's the real beauty of it, is you can cut circles with it real easily. So I'm going to show you, this is a 3-inch radius, this is a 2-inch radius, and this is a 1.5-inch radius. So remember your geometry. 2-inch radius is half the width of a circle. So if I want a 2-inch radius, I need 4 inches to cut from. So if I cut a 4-inch square, and I fold it in half twice, this ruler has the quarter square marked on it. So this is very easy to use to place to cut a circle. So I'm going to lay that on there. I've lined it up with the lines. And there is my perfect circle cut out. So if I want to use the 1.5-inch radius, I need a 3-inch square. So I've cut my 3-inch square. Again, I'm going to cut it, I'm going to fold it twice. And now I have the quarter square. I'm going to line it up with the lines on the ruler. Hold it firm, go around it with the rotary cutter. And there I have a perfect little circle. And large one, this is a 3-inch radius. That's going to make it a 6-inch square that we're going to cut. So we're going to just fold that in half twice. And again, on this ruler, those lines are marked. So I just line it up on the folded sides. This is the raw sides. And I'm going to cut. So the nice thing about having this tool in your toolbox is that you don't need to go hunting for the saucers and the cups and the jar lids, which we all have done, every time you have a project to cut the corners or cut a circle. This ruler has 3 real valuable sizes, and you'll always know which size you are using if you go back and say, oh, I want to make those placemats just like I made last month. You have it right here. So again, it's the Creative Grids multi-size curved corner cutter, but also you can make circles with it. Thanks for joining me.